Toastmaster Ola.
Go ahead. Okay, Sergeant Tom. Sergeant Tom, kick off the meeting.
I think she's checking her background.
Well, if she has a Mac, the background will never fit in. Always will be trouble in a Mac. 1, 2, 3. I am free. 1, 2, 3. I am free. 4, 5, 6. Hmm. Okay. Kick off, otherwise the president will
Maybe no need to
suffer.
put a virtual background.
Yeah, with the Mac it doesn't work. That's why I
Yeah.
don't put it.
So my ears are.
Uh, all right, I think the Sergeant at Arms is not ready to start, so
Yeah, it's
Yes,
the
I am ready. I'm ready.
go ahead,
Okay,
go ahead.
Toastmaster Ola, you may start now.
Okay. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster. Sorry, I can't open the camera because there's something wrong with my Mac. I tried. Okay, if you want to see, I look like this. So, anyways, good evening, fellow Toastmaster and distinguished guests. Welcome to the 330th meeting of Horizon Toastmaster Club, number 01097255, area 31, division F, District 79. I am Toastmaster Ala Hamiduddin, the Sergeant of Arms of the club. The mission of a Toastmasters club is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Before we proceed, may I remind everyone to please mute your cell phones or set them on silent mode and ensure that you avoid any unnecessary noises while the meeting is in progress. Please remain muted when speakers are speaking to avoid unnecessary distractions. Now, please welcome our presenting officer, DTM Fattah Envel. Virtual stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Ala, for that
You're
introduction.
welcome.
And my advice to you, I don't use background. You have a Mac like me. I have a Mac, and the Mac doesn't work with background. It makes your face actually colored, and you cannot see. Anyway, having said that, ladies and gentlemen, I welcome everyone attending the meeting, and help me.
Point of order.
Yes,
I can't hear you clearly, sir.
you cannot hear me.
No, your volume needs to increase a bit.
Can anybody else the same problem with everybody else?
Yes, you sound far from your microphone.
Yes, I also have the problem.
Okay, we have a solution for every problem, and that's why we have something called change the microphone to something more appropriate. So this is part of the business meeting, getting ready. So let's see if I can improve on that. So hold on. Wait, let's see. I'm trying. Better? No?
Yes, I like that.
Okay.
I can hear you.
See,
Thank
it
you.
works. It works.
Thank
Wow. Anyway, so loud and clear now, right? Good, good, excellent. So what I wanted to say is, Rick, you can help me. Are there any guests here? I cannot see the screen. Just let me clean my glasses. Any guests here we can introduce? All members, I believe, right? All members.
We have guests. DTM Fattah.
Who's that? Anal Captain.
We
Anal
have a toast. Yeah.
Okay, Anal Captain, hello and welcome to Horizon, the Club of Champions. Would you like to introduce yourself? Anal Captain, unmute and introduce yourself. I'll give you 3 seconds to unmute. 1, 2, 3. You can introduce yourself at the beginning and tell us your opinion about the meeting. All right. Toastmaster Lakshmi Kanta is a guest or a member now. How about that? Yeah. So, would
I
you
am a
like
guest come member.
guest come member? Wow, that's great. Okay, so you remember that. All right. Having said that, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to say one thing. We have 13 or maybe 14 present in the meeting here today. It doesn't have to be always a big number, because I remember in one of the clubs, I had a meeting with actually only 4, and we really had fun. And between the 4 of us, we shared all the roles, and we had a speaker, and we had table topic, and each one of us has to go twice on a table topic. So it was quite a lot of fun. Now, having said that, I think since we started like 5 minutes late, so we really should kick off the meeting as the agenda. And I love the theme of the day and whoever selected it, because health is certainly a priceless wealth, and we have to invest in it. Okay, so it's not up to me to deliver on that, but we have a great Toastmaster of the day, always smiling, AC off, he's nice and warm. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ardi Flores, the captain of the ship tonight. Ardi, the stage is yours.
Point of order, Mr. President.
Yes.
Sorry, I think we still need to hear the secretary's minutes. Is she here?
Oh,
Yeah.
we still read the minutes, because in some clubs, what we do, we send the minutes by email. Everybody reads them usually, and we don't go through it. But it doesn't matter.
But I
Okay.
think she prepared.
Yeah, sure. Secretary, read us the minutes of last week. Go ahead.
Thank you, our President, Team Abdel Fattah. The meeting started at 7:15 p.m. Surrogate at Arms, TM Mohammed Hassan, called the meeting to order. Presiding officer, DTM Abdel Fattah, warmly welcomed the guests and conducted the business session of the meeting. Toastmaster of the day, TM Abu Bakr, introducing the theme of the day, what is your limit, and call meeting role players for their introduction. There were 2 prepared speeches, followed by table topic session by Toastmaster Omer, which were guests and members. Evaluation session of the meeting was headed by the Toastmaster Omar, and total people in attendance were 15, which is 13 as member and 2 are guests. Meeting was adjourned at 9:20 p.m. Back to you, Toastmaster, presiding officer.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mashal. Well done. You thought of all the details. And now back again, and I love that picture with Omar Farouk and that lovely baby. So back to you, Toastmaster of the day. Toastmaster Ardi Flores, the stage is absolutely yours.
Thank you,
Go
DTM
ahead.
Fattah, our presiding officer. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Before I begin, I would like to call the Vice President of Education. On behalf of the VP Ed, I'd like to call on Toastmaster Ricky to announce if there are any changes on the agenda for tonight's meeting. Ricky?
Thank you so much, DTMRD. Well, for the changes in the agenda, since distinguished Toastmaster Faisal is back, now I will be the grammarian instead of Toastmaster Sangeeta. I'll take it back. And I will also be the counter. And then for our panelists, it will be Toastmaster Sangeeta, distinguished Toastmaster Abdel Fattah, and Toastmaster Umair. And the rest will remain as per the agenda. Now back to you, distinguished Toastmaster Ardi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ricky. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. I know that all of you are excited to have to begin this meeting, and the theme of our meeting is the first wealth is health. It is a famous saying that if wealth is lost, nothing is lost. But if health is lost, everything is lost. Health, by the way, is the biggest wealth in life. That's why I opted to choose that theme for today. It brings the ability to enjoy life and the productive asset to our family, friends, and the society. Health brings the happiness and contentment to our life. If we are not healthy, then we will not be able to enjoy the materialistic wealth which we have gathered by working hard. Wealth is uncertain. A rich man may become a poor man the very next day. But if you are healthy, you can regain that lost wealth in no time. As long as you are hardworking and you have the skills, you'll be wealthy in no time. So the first priority is health, because without it, you will never become wealthy. According to the World Health Organization, the traditional meaning of health is the absence or the freedom of sickness and diseases. But fellow Toastmasters, health is a combination of three factors: the physical, the mental, and the social well-being of each one of us. So let's begin by having a trivia. Did you know that laughing 100 times is equivalent to exercising 15 minutes in a stationary bike? Did you know that? Well, now you know. Fellow Toastmasters, tonight I will be joined with very talented and healthy and wealthy functionaries. Let me begin by calling our thought master of the day, Toastmaster Lakshmi. But before you do so, Toastmaster Lakshmi, can I please hear how you laugh? Just very good. Let me give you my laugh. Imagine if we laugh 100 times, we are like exercising for 15 minutes in a stationary bike. Thank you, Toastmaster Lakshmi, and the virtual platform is yours to explain your thought master.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening, and all the panelists and guests. A warm good evening and a healthy evening to you all. Indian Warren Buffett, Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, he started his career with less than $100. He died this year with worth of more than $5 billion. But for the last several years, he was on a wheelchair, he lost his kidney, and he was very sick. He realized lately that he did investment in the monetary market. He has enough money, but he forgot to invest in the most important wealth, that is health. What Toastmasters in the evening mentioned that if we have health, you have physical, mental, and social ability to do whatever you want. So my request to all the members, please, we love our parents, we love our friends, we love our family, but we don't love us, ourselves. Please love yourself. Give half an hour in the morning, half an hour in the evening to do exercise. Be healthy so that we can serve to others. Thank you, and back to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lakshmi, for that insight on health. And from now on, we'll be taking care of ourselves more. Let's move forward with our next functionary. He's the humorous champion of District 79 last year. Let us welcome our grammarian for tonight, Toastmaster Ricky. Toastmaster Ricky, before you explain your role, can you please give us a sample of how you laugh? Isn't it contagious, my dear friends? Toastmaster Ricky, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster. I think that's 35 laps already, so 65 more to go, and I will be younger than an 18-year-old gal. Well, I am the grammarian. Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster RD. And part of the role of being the grammarian for tonight will be to monitor the use of the English language, considering that English is not the primary language of most, if not all of us tonight. And we would like to to see how well we fare at the English language. So I will be noting the good usages of words, phrases, figures of speech, and the like. And I will also try to note those with errors in the use of grammar, mispronunciations, and I will try to give the suggestions on how to improve them. Another part of my role as the grammarian is to give the word of the day, in which tonight I opted to choose the word robust. It's spelled as R-O-B-U-S-T, robust. It is an adjective which means vigorous or strong and healthy. So in relation to our theme of the day, which is health is wealth, we need to also be robust, not only as a Toastmaster, but also as a person. And remember that not only the physical health is to be considered, but also our mental and emotional health. So if there's anything that's going on in your minds or in your hearts, feel free to approach any of your friends and share it. Okay? Especially this time that the depression is something that kills a number of people due to the pandemics. So please keep our bodies, minds, and hearts worry-free and healthy. Now, I will be giving my report later on in the third part of our segment when called upon by the General Evaluator. Meantime, back to you, Toastmaster of the Day. So I think our Toastmaster of the day is encountering some technical difficulties with MRD.
Yes, I'm facing technical difficulties. Can you hear and see me now?
Yes.
Thank you, Toastmasters. My apologies. Thank you, Toastmaster Ricky, for explaining your role as a grammarian. And did you also explain your role as the accounter? Because tonight you will also be the accounter, Ricky.
Okay, thank you so much once again. Well, in relation to being the grammarian, what we would like to avoid here in our speeches is the use of verbal clutches and some of the filler sounds and words that we often use when we deliver speeches, especially if we are unprepared. So as the accounter, I will try to monitor the frequency of usages of these filler words and sounds, and I hope that all of us will try to avoid them as much as possible. Now back to you once again, TMOD.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ricky. Let's give him a virtual round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to call on our next functionary, the vote counter and the Zoom master. Is Toastmaster Uzair here? I believe the vote counter is not here. Vice President for Education, who would be the replacement of the Zoom master and the vote counter, please?
Oh, apologies, I missed that part. So Toastmaster Sangeeta, can you do that job, please? It will be Toastmaster Sangeeta.
Toastmaster Sangeeta, before you explain your role as the vote counter, give us a sample of your lovable laugh.
Oh my God. This is hilarious. Wonderful thought, RD. Really appreciate. So, as a vote counter, I would request you all to send me, privately send me your choice of the participants who you feel will get the certificate, be the winner for table topics. And are we doing that also for the panel discussion? Okay, yeah. So you could also choose the best panelist, or as per your choice. And also for the functionaries, that is the Toastmaster of the day, table topic master, and general evaluator. And also that's the trio, and also for the grammarian, timer, and accounter. So you have so many winners. It's your choice. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sangeeta, for that heartfelt laugh. and explaining your role. Ladies and gentlemen, this next functionary is very, of course, our beloved the Division F director. When I saw him last ceremony of the Division F, I didn't hear him laugh, and he seldom smiles. He's our G for the day, DTM Faisal Murad. Can you please turn on your camera? Good evening, DTM Faisal. Can you please give us a sample of your lab, sir, before you explain your role as a DE?
Good evening, DTMRD. Am I audible?
You are audible, yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you very
Sir,
much.
can you give us a sample of how you laugh?
This is a sample. This is how I laugh.
Okay, DTM Faisal, please explain your role as the G, sir.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the day. Yes, I believe the theme for today is really matching that the first wealth is our health. And I am here as a general elevator. I will be working as eyes and ears of the meeting. And I will be leading the feedback session in the meeting. And along with the feedback session, I will be trying to give a robust feedback on the meeting in the end. Thank you very much. And back to you, DTMRD.
Thank you, DTM Faisal, our chief for tonight. And of course, time is gold. Let us hear from Toastmaster Allah. Toastmaster Allah,
Yes.
can you please give us a sample of your laugh?
Oh, okay. This is my laugh.
Okay, Toastmaster Allah, the floor is yours.
Okay. I'm the timer. So as the timer tonight, I'm responsible for monitoring the time for each speaker. For prepared speakers, time allowed is per the speech manual. For table topic session, time allowed is minimum of 1 minute and maximum of 2 minutes with 30 seconds grace period. For the evaluation session, each speech evaluator is giving 3 minutes maximum with 30 seconds grace period, while the grammarian will have 5 minutes of reporting time. Green card will be shown at the minimal time, yellow card for the intermediate time, and red card at the maximum time, and will remain to be raised until the speaker finishes his or her speech. I will give my report at the end of each session when called upon by the Toastmaster of the day, table topics master, or general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Allah, for explaining your role. And last but not the least, let's hear it out from Toastmaster Mishael as our fun master. Toastmaster Mishael, can you please give us a sample of your laugh?
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. So, as a fun master, it is the hardest role ever in Toastmaster meeting. But since today we our Toastmaster of the day, he gave a chance for us to show our love. So that helped me a lot. So let me share a short story with you. When I was at the university at the first semester, my English teacher told all of us to prepare a 3-minute speeches or presentation with a random topic. I prepared about Saudi Arabia flag. My speeches was about Saudi Arabia flag. When I start presenting my presentation, I start introducing myself, saying my name and etc. Then suddenly, I forget all my speech. I was looking at my presentation and the audience, looking at my presentation and the audience, and I couldn't say anything. I'm just switching clicking between my slides. At the end, I say thank you, then start crying. But now, when I do my presentation, after I finish my presentation, I laugh and say thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Michelle. Yes, indeed. Laughter is the best medicine, and laughing at yourself, at your mistakes, is an antidote to overcome that fear and the anxiety. Well done, Toastmaster Michelle. Fellow Toastmasters, you've heard the robust team of functionaries for tonight's meeting. What a wonderful way of starting our meeting with lots of laughter. I know that Ricky was counting our laughs, and I think it has reached more than 100. So with that, we already have exercised 15 minutes biking stationary. Can you imagine? We're learning at the same time, exercising ourselves. Yes, Eliza, thank you for that voiceover. Fellow Toastmasters, our meeting is divided into 3 parts. First is, of course, the prepared speech session. But before we start our prepared speech session, I have another trivia. Did you know that there are more bacteria in your mouth than there are people in the world? Did you know that? Now you know. See? The reason why we were asked to cover our mouth with a mask during the pandemic, because we don't want to spread the virus. And that's the reason why, because we have a lot of bacteria. At the same time, the mouth has a lot of germs. So you better take care of your hygiene every now and then. Tonight, we only have one speaker, and our speaker for tonight is Toastmaster Abu Bakar. He will be presenting his presentation mastery level 5, speech number 1, which is the moderate a panel discussion. And the title of the speech is Handling a Relationship. But there's a panelist there's a group of people in the panel who's composed of Toastmaster Sangeeta, DTM Feta, Toastmaster Tapasi, and Toastmaster Ricky. So let's start and welcome.
Toastmaster of the day, there has been a small change in the panelist.
Yes,
yeah, the panelist will be DTM Fatah, Toastmaster Sangeeta, and Toastmaster Umer.
And Toastmaster Umer.
Yes.
Okay, Toastmaster Umer. Thank you, Toastmaster Abu Bakar. Let's now welcome our only speaker for tonight, Toastmaster Abu Bakar Siddiq, to deliver his speech title, Handling a Relationship. Handling a Relationship, Toastmaster Abu Bakar Siddiq. But before you deliver a speech, can we please hear how you laugh?
This is the maximum I laugh. That's it.
No sound. Okay, Toastmaster Abu Bakar, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, my fellow Toastmasters and beautiful guest, we are gathered here today to discuss an important topic, handling a relationship, or I would say maintaining a relationship. To discuss this, we have 3 lovely panelists. I am Toastmaster Abu Bakar. I will be the moderator for the discussion. The moment you're born, the moment you come into this world, you're already in a relationship. You're somebody's son or a daughter and somebody's sibling. And as you grow up, you have a lot of friends. Maybe someday you find the love of your life. The whole life we go through different relationships. So today we are trying to learn from some of our panelists to see their opinion and their thought process on how to maintain a relation. Relations are not by choice most of the time, but we have to put in our effort, our commitment, our love to maintain that relationship. So without further ado, let me introduce my panelists. The 3 panelists here, they come from different parts of life, different age groups. One of them is will be sharing the perspective of a woman. So I believe it will be an interesting topic. Our first panelist, he's a veteran. He's just getting younger. He will be sharing his wisdom, his experience about life, his family, and the whole experience in his life. Please welcome DTM Fateh. Our second panelist today is a young guy, so he will be sharing his perspective as a young guy. Toastmaster Umair Maqsood. And to share a different perspective on the same topic, I would like to call upon Toastmaster Sangeeta Bhattacharya. So without further ado, let's hear their thought process on how to maintain or build a relationship. So I have a couple of questions, and this topic is brought down into 3 segments. One, we will be talking mainly about family. Then we'll be talking about our life partner or your, any love interest. And third, we'll be talking about friends. We'll not leave them out. So first, thinking about family, as I said, we don't choose our family. We come into our family. But do we not take them for granted somehow? We don't give the commitment that is needed. And family is supposed to be the most important relationship. So this is a question to our beloved DTM Fateh. What are the some ways? I'm sorry, let's ask Toastmaster Sangeeta. How do you, in this age of, we are being busy, how in this age we can show love, affection to our families?
Okay, thank you for that wonderful question, Toastmaster Abu. To answer that question, I would say it's very simple, and it can be complex if you make it complex. But love is the most natural flow of emotion. And how you can show love to your family is just be there for them in whatever way, whatever situation they're in, and hold their hand, give them a hug. That I believe that more of touch therapy is very important to show your love to your family. Listen, speak, spend some wonderful time, celebrate. I think these are the moments that can really spread love within the family. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Sangeeta. So every day, we show respect and love to the family, but is it necessary to deal with some disruption in the family? Not everybody get along in the family. Siblings, they always fight.
Mm-hmm.
Son or daughter, they might not agree to their father or their parents. So the next question is for DTM Fateh. How do we handle some of the disagreements that happens in the family, and how do we make it as a smooth sail?
Okay, thank you for that question. And here's the answer from somebody who has been married for 40 years, father for 38 years, and grandfather for 7 years. Now, all that experience will help me maybe to compile a fair answer to your question. There's no doubt. There are always disagreements. You get married, you have the honeymoon, all right? And you think you are the alpha and she's the beta and she's nice and you're the top. And then before you know, after 2 years, she becomes also alpha. And then you start having disagreements, okay? And I won't lie, I had a lot of that in my early age till I got wiser eventually. And I found that the best thing to do is the silence treatment. When she says something, I don't disagree. I say, yes, you're right, darling. But when she comes down later, we have a good moment and I can explain to her and then we can talk. One thing very, very important, never, ever, ever talk when you are angry. Never, ever react when you are angry. Try to calm down, even if you totally disagree. Okay, I had to learn that the hard way. Say, yes, fine, you're right, say nothing. And then at the right moment, say, by the way, you know, that topic which we talked about, I think you're right in so many ways, you know. However, there is that little thing which I maybe, and then you'll find that after that agrees with you and shifts that thing. Now that's easy between you, a father and husband and wife. But when it comes to the kids, that's a little bit harder because you come from a different background, different culture, different era, and they live in a completely different era with the technology and friends and time for computers and what have you. And I found that the best way to do that is to try to understand their age, to try to understand what they have. I had to learn, I'm in all social media and I got 4,000 pictures and 5,000 friends on Facebook, okay? So you have to actually learn what they like and then try to like it and try to keep up with them, okay? And obviously, there's always misunderstanding between sisters and brothers. Never take sides, ever, okay? Try to calm them down and later on see who's wrong and try to take him on aside and explain to him. And if possible, ask him to apologize. And if he does, that's great. So this is the best way, in my opinion, to handle disagreements or between life, to keep things. Never ever get angry, never judge, okay? And try to look at the good side of what is there and say, that's great, and try to explain to him the side which you think is not right. And that way, trust me, I have a 40 years of a healthy married life. Back to you.
Thank you, TTM, for that. Excuse me. I totally agree. Whenever I get into some kind of argument, there are three ways we resolve this. Either my wife tells, we'll talk about this later, and we should always end any sentence with some sweet words like baby or darling or something. So point you're sending it across, it becomes nicer to hear. You know, they are more ready to hear. But we have seen that, you know, when we go across our life, like working, coming home, eating and sleeping, the routine takes away the closeness in the family somehow. So my next question is, what are the activities or what are the plannings we have to do to strengthen our family? The question is for Toastmaster Omer.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abubakar, for such a wonderful question. I believe that it's extremely important to spend quality time with your family, which demands full attention. And this means that you have to be present in the moment. So whatever you are doing, you are roaming around here and there, walking, talking, whatever you are doing, you have to be present in the moment without any distraction. Because if you spend just, let's say, 5 minutes of quality time, that will be worthwhile more than spending 1 hour and watching TV together with talking or using your mobile phone or something like this. So being present in the moment is extremely essential, and this is what I have learned in the past 9 years approximately. And the second thing is that what you need to do is you need to think about what they want, what not you want. So basically what your kids want, what your wife wants. So thinking from their perspective rather than from your own perspective. So let's say my kids or my wife like going to the beach and spending some time over there. I might not like that, but if they like and I do the same thing, so that will strengthen the relationship a lot. And the second thing is that we have to be aware about that, how far we have come, right? Not thinking about the future, but rather thinking about the past, that how far we have come, how many changes we have made over the past years, and celebrating the moments, right? So enjoying those moments, celebrating those moments, and living those moments is extremely necessary. So be it, celebrating, first time your kid walks, or a birthday or something. These all are activities which contribute a lot in strengthening the relationship. Back to you, Toastmaster Vogue.
Thank you, Toastmaster Maqsood. Time and again, actually, I will not leave DTM Fateh peacefully, because I want to hear more of his experience and his wisdom on this. This is happening in every day, like in every house nowadays, in recent times, that the kids, they are our blessing and they are our problems, both. Do you feel, DTM Fateh, the kids nowadays, in this young generation, they are not grateful to their parents, and somehow they are feeling disconnected? What I mean is that our life and their life are totally in a different parallel universe, and they always feel disconnected from the family. They are on their own, in their laptop, in their mobile. They don't want to talk to family. They think they don't understand. How do you feel we resolve such kind of environment?
Maybe I'm the wrong person to answer that, because I lived with my kids who were born in the 80s, which obviously there was a different era at that time. Maybe a younger married person with a kid of 10 and 12 and 15 could answer that. However, I'll give my opinion. It is true in a way, but also it depends on how the parents will behave, not how the kids will behave. And I will take an example, although I don't have kids at the moment at this age, but I have grandkids at the age of 6 and 7. And when I got stuck in Florida during COVID in 2020, I got stuck there for 9 months. So I had to actually deal with my grandkids when the father and mother go for work. And I found out they didn't have time for me in a way, because they want to do their own things. And as you said, the computer, the iPad, etc., what have you, and certain games and what have you. So I decided to adapt. And I decided to learn what they do. And I said, look, can you show me how to do this? Can you teach me? And they did. And we had fun. And I learned something new. I wasn't good at it as they were. But there again, what we have to do is try to adapt and try to understand their surroundings. Try to see what they're interested in, and try to take interest in what they're interested in. Now, unfortunately, fathers and mothers these days, they work and they don't have time. Okay, to do that. Okay, I had time because it was COVID and you were in lockdown. But nonetheless, it's important for the father and mother to keep up with them, to keep up with what they have, to keep up with the technology, to keep up with the games they're interested in. Take interest in what they are interested in. Now, it's important at a particular age, okay, at 6 and 7, to not to let go completely and to ingrain in them the principles and the morals and the values. And even if you have to sometimes be a little bit harsh on that, that's important. Don't be soft on that. But on the other hand, also understand and encourage them on what they love and be involved in what they do and what they like. So that way you close the gap. I mean, even the songs. I mean, I like Frank Sinatra and, the old songs, Michael Jackson, what have you, but they have different groups, I start listening to that. And I start dancing with them on that, and I start liking that, So it's try to do or to participate with them in what they like. Catch up with them. Don't think, this is my era, this is my culture, and that's it. Move on. Otherwise, if you stagnate, you die, and they will pass you, and they won't even pay attention. So invest time in what they're interested in, and learn it and participate with them. And believe me, you'll be good friends. And I mean, look, I'm almost getting 70, and they're 6 and 7, and we became like good friends, and we have fun, and they want to be with me more than with their father and mother, who are not interested in what they do. So there you are. That's my answer. Okay.
Thank you, DT, for that. Regarding family, I have one last question. Disciplining the kids, being strict with them, installing righteousness into them, developing a good habit. We all agree that we have to be strict at some point. Too much giving leisure to them or freedom could be bad for them. But who should play the bad boy in the family? It should be the father or it should be the mother? It's a question for both Toastmaster Sangeeta and Toastmaster Umair.
Okay, that's a tricky one. Who should be the bad guy?
Yeah.
Well, I like to differ a bit because, when it comes to disciplining children, it's how you behave with them. And that's what happens. It's like transmitting unconsciously, they learn behaviors. So if they see you are authentic as parents and you are not liking something which they something that they're doing, I think there's a way to express it and make them understand that not approving of your this action. And it could come from maybe the mom and of course everything has to be very subtle. I don't believe in really harsh tone and the harshness of disciplining children, because this generation is completely different. You treat them with respect, they treat you with respect. So I think demonstration of your own action plays a big role over here. And they are smart enough to understand that they're not supposed to do something which parents are not liking it. So have a conversation. That's the most powerful tool according to me. Talk to them, tell them what are the benefits and what do you think are the consequences. And in the end, just leave it to them that, okay, you are responsible for it. It's if you are doing something like that, you should be ready with the consequences. And I think that's empowering the child even more and helping them to take control and become better decision makers. So I think my approach would be like that, and I would refrain from having that strictlers as the and build that fear within the child that oh my god, I cannot even approach my father because he's going to become really angry. And so I don't think that's a healthy relationship. Have respect, have an honor, and transmit that, because children learn more by observation. Yeah.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sangeeta. Toastmaster Umair, after Sangeeta's response, I had to ask you a different question. You are a kid from the 80s, I believe. And do you believe that in a family, the father has to be strict? Since you have grown up, matured now, do you now feel that, yes, my father was strict, that was good for me? I think Toastmaster Umair's screen is frozen. Can you hear me, Toastmaster Umair? All right, then, not an issue. So we almost completed a very big topic about family. It's never over. You keep learning all your life. One you are a kid, someday you become a father.
Well, I will start off by saying
Toastmaster Umair, you are breaking up.
that kids are not the problem. Basically, you are the problem. So as a parent,
Toastmaster Mayor, I believe there's a problem with the connection. Yes. Okay, let him reconnect. Till then, let us discuss our next topic, which is our life partner. I call it a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a wife, or a husband, or you just call it a romantic relationship. This is a huge topic, but let us try to discuss few things on this topic. Again, this is a busy lifestyle. We all go through very hectic days. But what is actually stopping us from prioritizing our relationship? This is a question to Toastmaster Sangeeta.
What is stopping us from prioritizing our relationship?
Yeah.
I have a different version of a relationship now because I've seen the other side. Usually what happens is, you are so focused in the relationship, my husband, my boyfriend, we want all the time for ourselves. And that is going to be is a spoiler because, you need to give that space to everybody. So the healthy way of prioritizing a relationship is also put time for yourself. When you are, spending time on yourself, developing yourself, developing your, the elements that you have come with in this world, you learn to, automatically admire your relationships because you see the goodness, the essence of relationships. So that time, it doesn't become prioritizing, it becomes kind of it becomes an automation. So for example, if I am having a training program, so my training program is the priority at that point of time. But my relationship with my husband is not left aside because he's also involved in, helping me do things. So your relationship is actually growing. It's building up, and there's a beautiful, like a rhythm, like a music that gets in. So I think the secret is love yourself, and then love happens automatically. So you spread love, you love yourself and you spread love, and automatically love is there. And you actually learn to love everybody that way. Not just any relationship for that matter. And that is something that I've experienced personally. Yeah, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sangeeta. Speaking about love, yes, we spend our whole life looking for love of our life. I don't know if there is such a thing, or we make somebody love of our life. But you have seen, again, this is the modern era. People fall in love, and you see that couple madly in love, and you say they are the best couple, they are the ideal couple, they are the couple goals, And then suddenly when they get married and after a few years, you don't recognize them anymore. They're always fighting. They don't have anything in common and so on and so forth. How do you feel about this whole transition? Are they not being practical about each other? Like when you're meeting for the first time, you're very nice to each other. You present yourself the best way. You do so many special things. But are these couples, I'm talking on the both sides, are they not practical that when it comes to life, when it comes to job, you have to go through a routine, you will be busy and, so what is your impression on that? Do you think they're not practical on, actual love? Or they always wanted to be exciting and when life takes over, they are always fighting?
Is that for me, Apu?
Yes.
Okay, all right. I'm sorry. Well, that's a very good question, and a big problem in relationships, because in the start it's all glory, it's all romantic, and I have experienced that similar thing, having watching movies and romantic movies. It's, you feel that everything is all glorious, but that's not how it is. You have to spend time to understand each other, and understand yourself. Very important is to understand your own self. What are your emotions? Where is it coming from? And while you're putting all your heart over there, uh, it might not be always the same equation. It cannot be like, how much I love you, and the opposite is also going to be according to my way of, or my thought of love. So everybody loves in their own way, and the solution is to understand how that is happening. And words of wisdom: do not expect to be loved just the way you want the other person to love you, but invest in understanding each other's way of love. Communication, conversation, and dialogue is very, very important to build a relationship. So if you are feeling that you're not feeling loved, I think it's important time to sit down and talk, spend and understand what you would like, and uh, for the relationship to grow. Because if you don't invest at this point of time, it's bound to break. So relationships are very, 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 very delicate. You need time to build it up, and then you will have relationships flourishing like DTM Feta, and moving on, and yet, having that love. So I'm sure it's that investing in understanding in your relationship, that's the mantra.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sangeeta. Absolutely agree on that. Speaking about time, who had spent a lot of time, DTM Fateh, just as I was mentioning that, in the initial stages, always it is, you call it honeymoon period, right? Everything is perfect. Everything is romantic. Once you go past I would say, the intimacy phase, what keeps the couples going? Or after the first 3 or 4 years of marriage or relationship, what are the hurdles the couples face, and how do they overcome it?
Well, I have gone through that. And as you said, the first couple of years was honeymoon and love and what have you. And then the routine settled in. And then when the routine settled in, then you start picking, and arguing on little things which are not really important, okay? So the first thing you do is you have to give space to each other. That's the most important thing. Go on holiday, my darling, it's paid for, okay? Go and see your family. She does, and that little, she has her space, you have your space, and then you start really lagging for each other. You miss her and she misses you. This is number one. Number two is you change goals. The goal at the beginning is about you, your love, you and her, and sharing life and sharing everything. Then the goal changes when the first baby comes. And then that's the attention and the focus becomes on the baby to grow. He's healthy, sick, take him to the hospital, look after him, help her to look after him. Okay. And then the second one comes in, and I had both of them came one after the other, although they're both cesarean, like 11 months between them, 10 or I don't know. Okay. I was in a hurry, I guess. And then, it's their education, and the goal changes. And then, they grow, and then, you have to take care of that. And then their university, and then they're going to get married. So always there is a moving goal, which keeps you together, focusing not on you and your relationship, okay, but on the kids, on their future and on their prospect, okay? That is really, in my opinion, what has always try to focus on something, which is, as I said, in this case, are the kids, and they make the big difference. And then eventually come the grandkids, and that's a new era, something new. Okay, so I think that's what keeps the thing. But always a little bit of salt in the on the wound. There are always things could happen now and then, but they're very, very few, in my opinion. That's what I think. Yeah.
Thank you, Jitendra, for that. They always see the quotes, they put the 3 C's for relationship, like commitment, I think it is compromise and communication, something like that. So if it was that simple, yes, communication is the most important part of relationship. Commitment, yes. Compromise, I wouldn't say compromise, it's understanding. This is question to Toastmaster Umair. If it sounds so simple, but how do we achieve it?
Am I audible?
Yes, Umair. It's breaking up. Umair, we're not able to listen to you. The voice is breaking up.
I can take it.
Yeah, I'll direct this question to Tim for that.
Yeah, I think we said the magic word, which is the first one, communication. Communication has to be frank and open. And when we say communication, that's a discussion between two people. And the biggest mistake we all make, or most of us make, and then when we are in a situation where we have to compromise, where we have different opinions, number one, it's very, very important to respect the difference and to respect the opinion of the other. I think it's
I believe am I audible now? Am I audible now?
Hi, man. Are you back?
Okay, so I will continue, Omer. So mutual respect, very, very important. Now, here comes the biggest mistake most of us make on our life, which is the most important part of communication, listening. Most of us, what we do, when somebody speaks to us about something which is completely different to our opinion, we try to interrupt him because we listen to speak. We don't listen to understand. If we learn how to be silent and listen compassionately and empathetically and analytically to listen to that onion, we maybe find something which is good in his what we disagree about. And then when it's time to answer, don't go ahead, I disagree with you, or no, this is not what I think. No. Start with, I agree with you on that, on that particular portion of the point. You're quite right. And develop it. That way, his guards are down. He's relaxed. He thinks he won. And then say, however, and then introduce your opinion. Then you find that you might meet halfway there. So listen to understand. Never listen to respond. And that's most of the problems where most of us do. So that's my take on this. Thank you.
I need a personal tip from you, Aditya, for that.
Yeah.
If argument, let's say a topic that you don't agree on, there is no way you will say yes to that. How do you end that topic?
Okay, it happened, and I have it. There was something which I completely disagree with, and I never said I disagree with. I will say, "Oh, you got a point. Okay, I see. I understand. Let's think about it. You're right. Let's think about it." So because at that moment she's so strong on that particular point, there's no way you're going to, because you enter into a disagreement and arguments and what have you. So she thinks that she won. There again, look for the right moment. Go out for dinner, enjoy yourself, and say, by the way, you know what you said last time. I agree on this particular portion, but let's discuss it. Listen to my point of view. Okay, and then maybe you have to have in your mind a compromise. Don't insist on your opinion, which is completely the opposite. Have a compromise, and then propose the compromise. Say, okay, your part of this 1, 2, 3. Yes, I agree with you, but how about if we add to it 1, 2, 3? And then you come up with a new situation. Just never ever respond when you're angry. Never take action when you're angry. Always calm down. Always take time, because time is very important. Look for the right moment and don't disagree or argue there and then. That's in my opinion.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, DTM, for that. Toastmaster Sangeeta.
Yes.
There comes a time that there is some hardship in a relationship. There is some bad event, something happened between the couples. Somehow they go along not talking about it for years. Do you think that those issues, this underlying or undiscussed topics, they play somehow in our subconscious and it affects the relationship?
Absolutely. I do agree. Things just, if you just let them be, they will be cropping up sometime in the future, in times, because they're still there and it's unresolved. So those moments are so emotional, events that took place, that just a prick can create a huge outflow of emotional outburst.
Yeah. You
And
might be angry on some things and you might not realize that it is because of those past issues,
Yes, because it's the hurt that remains within somebody's, inside within them, and they feel that they were not respected, or they were hurt, they were not understood, and nobody even talked about it. So it was never given an opportunity to explain and understand. So that effort was not there, so it's bound to crop up. You cannot just leave an unresolved issue and think that okay, all's well, and think it's past. And because to somebody that emotion was something really big, to the other it was probably nothing, and somebody must have moved on, but somebody might not have. So it's very important to resolve an issue, by, like DM Fatah also said, that have a conversation, have a dialogue, and try to understand each other's point of view. And I think that's a very crucial element in having a good, robust relationship.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sangeeta. We will move on to our last topic since we are running out of time. Who can forget friends? They are throughout our life. It does not matter whether you are in a romantic relationship, you're alone, they're always friends for you. So let's hear from Toastmaster Sangeeta again. Since you are prioritizing a lot of your time for your kids or your husband or your partner, how much time should you prioritize for your friends, and how should you do it?
Friends are also an important aspect of one's life, in my life too. And I've seen that friends which really make you move, people who really make you evolve, are there for you. Those precious relationships are to be valued. And when you value such relationships, you have time for them. You will take out the time to just understand, listen, again, converse. So according to me, I think it's important to keep friends, because they are treasures of your life. And true friends happen over your timeline. So you don't just keep on having good friends every now and then. You build your relationships over the period of time. So it's very important to treasure those relationships, and again, prioritize and have time for them. And to a level that sometimes there has been instances when friends become your family. So you are there for them, they are there for you. So you can understand when somebody is going through a problem. So that's again a very serious relationship that needs time, and again, to to nurture that relationship.
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster Sangeeta. Speaking of time, Yes, we are almost at end of our panel discussion. Healthy relationship with your partner, or family, your friends, it enhances our life. It makes you feel content. It makes you feel happy. It is essence of our life, but they don't just happen. Like anything else in life, you need to put in the effort, the hard work, and it takes time. So thank you everyone for listening in, and thank you our lovely panelists, DTM Fateh, Toastmaster Sangeeta, and Toastmaster Umair, for sharing your insight into this very interesting topic. Thank you very much. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Abu Bakar.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abu. What a great resource group of panelists, resource persons for this about relationships. Great insights. Thank you for sharing those personal experiences, parenting, relationships, whatnot. Thank you. We learned a lot tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to think on your feet? Are you ready to listen, think, organize, and deliver a short speech? Are you ready to listen to the laughter of our princess from Southeast Asia and the princess of Horizon Toastmasters Club? Let me welcome and introduce to you our table topic master, who will be explaining her role and will be leading the table topic session tonight. But before that, I would like to hear her beautiful laugh. Princess.
Princess need to be polite, so this is my sample of love.
Okay, Princess, the virtual space is yours.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Adi. A very good evening, everyone in Saudi. I hope everybody today is having a great fun and also have a great laugh. And to give a little bit energy to this meeting, can everyone mute yourself? And together we have an exercise. Please laugh together with Ardi. Please, everyone, unmute yourself. Thank you very much. I like the woodpecker. Who is the woodpecker just now?
Ibrahim, I think that was
Is that you, Ricky?
I think it's Toastmaster Ibrahim. That's a great laugh.
Yeah. Okay, so today my role is as a table topic master, and I'm going to give a few topics, and few of you can answer the table topic. So for today, I don't have actually I want to put Halloween theme for tonight, but I believe that it won't suitable as our theme for today is health and wealth. Got nothing to do with the last meal or the Halloween. So with that, I just want to share my screen. Give me a moment. Okay, can everyone see my screen? Yeah, because today I want to share the food that I have to all of you. So for all of you that don't know about table topic is the time when you need to speak for 1 to 2 minutes to all the topics that I'm going to give you. And please, when you are giving your speech, don't just think about the cookies and all the food, nice food that I try to give it to you. But today, because I'm very well and healthy, I want to share my life with all of you. Is there anyone that don't know about table topic? I believe that everyone here in the champion club know about table topics. So I don't have to waste my time to tell about the table topic. And you need to speak about 1 to 2 minutes. 1 minute going to be green, 1.5 minutes going to be yellow, red going to be red. And if you speak more than 2.5 minutes, the food that you eat will be poison. So you will just want to let you know, please speak between the time. So anyone want to volunteer to give a try the table topic?
Can I? I want.
Okay. Thank you, Elias. Elias, which food do you want to try?
Because today is healthy food. An apple a day keep the doctors away, but 3 apples a day keep the friends coming.
Okay. I'm not sure today is a healthy day, but okay, I give you apple. So the question for you is, would you rather be fluent in all languages or able to play all musical instruments beautifully? So Elias, you prefer languages or instruments?
Me 30 seconds. Okay, I'll start. Ladies and gentlemen, have you spoken the wrong word in every language that you learn? I learn a lot of language and I say it so many in the wrong way. Yes, I cannot sing, I cannot understand language, and I cannot play music. So terrible, right? If you say that I'm a great comedian, I'm a great performer, I'm a great public speaker, but I'm not a great language enthusiast. Even though I'm a polyglot, I can speak English, I can speak Indonesia, I can speak Javanese, I can speak Surabayan, but it is all locals, not the understandable language. And I do believe we have the certain talents in us, but I do believe that language is the one that God give me, that the gift from God to make me robust, to make me understand another person words. But the most fluent language that I have learned is the body language. I can see, I can listen, I can feel by the movement of their body. That's the language. Even the body of the baby, they will definitely move accordingly to get what they need. If you have the talent to move your body accordingly, you understand all of the language in the world, because body language is the most easiest understandable language in the world. Can you understand my body language? Back to you, DTM.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Elias. I agree with you that the body language is actually the most important thing that we need to have. And by the way, don't forget, sometimes we also speak just like Tarzan and Jane. Even without the languages, they can get married and they can grow love without understand each other. And you know, they just like walk, 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 walk. And the other one like, what are you doing? Walk, 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 walk. So thank you very much, Toastmaster Elias. Can I have the second volunteer? Anyone? Toastmaster Aquip. Can I volunteer you?
Yeah, please.
Okay. So what you want?
Pizza.
Donut? Pizza? Okay. Pizza all the way to your house. Ding dong. Okay, the question for you, would you rather date someone you love or date someone who loves you? Okay, I just want to make sure that nobody behind you, right?
Nobody behind me.
Okay, you are safe then.
Would you rather date someone you love or date someone who loves you? What? Is it tailor-made for me? Are you asking this question to a bachelor guy who never fall in love? Ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to dating, when it comes to love, I'm a novice. I never did it. But now that time has come for me to get married, I'm looking for someone. Date is okay, love is okay, but the person has to be there who understands you. And for you to understand that person, few people go with dating, that they go for date, and basically it feels that you are trying to spend some time and understand each other. You try to fix the wavelength of each other. If you feel that it is matching, then it's a good match. You can call the shot and get married. But if you feel like just in date itself it's not matching, you have different wavelength, the other guy is having different wavelength, frequencies are not matching, that's the right time that you move ahead and you go for other person. So I believe that dating should be done. It should be done in a strategic way, but make sure that you do it in the right way. It should not be a case that you are dating 3 to 4 people simultaneously. You're dating, you date one person and move ahead as per the requirement, the future biological requirement. Over to you, Eliza.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Akwib. So remember everyone, if you are still don't have somebody, remember you need to go and take the pathway strategic relationship. So that after you finish the pathway strategic relationship, you can find a date and find the match. Okay, next, can I have a next volunteer, please? I cannot see. Abu. Oh, Toastmaster Ibrahim. Can I go with Toastmaster Ibrahim first, Abu?
Yeah.
Okay. Toastmaster Ibrahim. Ooh, ooh. Okay. Can you choose the picture?
Is that an orange?
We don't have orange. We only
It
have
looks like an
popsicle.
orange. Is it a pizza? What is it?
This one is sushi.
The bottom right.
This one is pizza.
Yeah,
This
pizza.
one is
Let's go
donut.
with pizza.
Pizza
Let's-
is already taken. Pizza and
Oh,
apple is taken.
Oh, so I will go with the piece of cake on the left top.
Okay. This is a cupcake.
All
And
right.
the question for you, would you rather always be 10 minutes late or 20 minutes early? 10 minutes late or 20 minutes early? Toastmaster Ibrahim.
10 minutes late or 20 minutes early. One of the principles that early on I was taught was treat others the way you want to be treated. And then essentially experience how people would feel when you reach late. Have you experienced those moments when you are in a meeting and the meeting has been held hostage because one person hasn't come? I always preach that it's a disrespect to the people who have showed on time. So I would rather prefer to be 20 minutes early rather than 10 minutes late. And this is a collective wisdom. It comes with the abundance mentality. And essentially, when you come to an abundance mentality, then it creates a paradigm which leads us to believe in people. And if you want to affirm people's worth and their potential and think in terms of release rather control, do not hold any people hostage by reaching the late. There are people putting significant efforts. Don't make anyone wait. It's the most frustrating situation I feel myself when I can make progress or proceed. There have been times when we only have 3 people. I say we start the meeting at 7:15 and we do that. This way, we send a message as well that we will be disciplined. And discipline is not something with punishing people taking a stick, but discipline is something practicing commitment. Once we commit that we will begin an event or anything on a time, we do it, irrespective of people. So with that wisdom, I practice, rather would reach the 20 minutes early instead of 10 minutes late. Over to you, table topic master.
Thank you very much for a great answer. And yes, I also believe that discipline and also come early make us successful one. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Ibrahim. And now let's go to our Abu.
Is the
Abu.
popsicle taken?
No, it's for you,
Okay.
especially. Okay, the question for you. Would you rather have a silver tongue or have a golden voice?
Would I rather have a silver tongue or a golden voice? By silver tongue, I assume you are very polite, you're sweet talking. I was never a good singer in my life, but I always wanted to be a singer. You know, I always sing when I'm alone. But then in life, the most part of our time, we are dealing with people. And it is essential that how we treat people, how we manage them, even it is a part of my job, dealing with a lot of business negotiations, dealing with people who work for you, to make them work for you. So even in your family, your way of speaking makes a lot of difference. If you're polite, you're respectful, you will receive the same from the other end. So I would always prefer to have a silver tongue instead of a golden voice. My voice seems to be okay. Back to tabletop master.
Actually, you also can have a golden voice and you can sing. Don't worry. Whatever it is, have the words coming from your mouth that can encourage people. It's the best one. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Abu. And now let's go to our next volunteer. Sorry, Toastmaster of the day. Do I still have time? Toastmaster RD.
Yes, one last, Princess.
Okay, the lucky last. Who wants to go for the lucky last? I cannot see. Nobody. Should I choose? Okay, can I ask Toastmaster Tapasi, please? Oh, sorry. Toastmaster, DTM Fatah, are you raising your hand?
I was scratching my head.
Oh, okay.
I raised my hand. It's okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, Toastmaster Tapasi, do you like to try?
I'm the TT evaluator, ma'am.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. I don't know.
It's okay.
Then okay lah.
I'll take.
Okay.
I'll go.
DTM Fatah.
Uh-huh. If that's cappuccino, I love cappuccino.
Okay. I also having my cappuccino now. Okay.
Me
For
too.
your cappuccino, would you rather stay quiet or sit still for an hour? God, this is a very hard for you.
Would you rather stay quiet or still for 1 hour?
Yeah.
Well,
all the best.
So, both are not, from my opinion, the both are not different. Would you rather stay quiet or sit still for 1 hour? Well, look, I've got plenty of energy. I wake up very early in the morning and I go through the whole day with a lot of energy and I spread it around. Staying quiet, I cannot do it. Staying still for 1 hour, it's even worse for me, all right? Now, some people say, God, come on, man, you don't know about, in 6 months time, I'm gonna be 70, but I'm act like a baby. Look at me, I've got a monkey, okay? I act like a child, and in spite of this age, I feel young. I cannot stay neither quiet nor stay still for even 5 minutes. I like always to be doing something. either talking or advising or having fun. So unfortunately, none of this actually applies to me. Okay, I'm an energetic person. I wake up in the morning and I have my shower, do my hair, look at the mirror, and say to myself, my God, you look awesome today. You're great. You can do it. Just go out there and go and get it, you know? And from that moment onwards, I whistle, I sing, I go, I laugh, I have fun. I cannot rest. The only time I sit still and stay quiet, and for 5 hours, not only for 1 hour, that's when I go to bed, when I sleep. That's the only time. Other than that, and even then, I dream and I have some nightmares or sweet dreams or whatever, but at least I'm not aware of it. So neither this nor that. I'm an energetic person. I would like to be always on the move. I would like always to have fun. I would like always to advise someone if I find a moment to do so. I'll play with my grandkids. I cannot play with my kids now, they're grown up. I always like to do something. Staying quiet is not part of my nature, and sitting for 1 hour still, it's never been in my DNA. So I'm an energetic person, and that's who I am. Thank you, and back to you now.
Yeah, thank you, DTM Fatah. Yeah, let's go dance now. Woohoo! We have to share our energy to everyone now. So thank you very much. DTM Fatah is my last lucky person to have my cookies and food. So now I need to take back all my food. Thank you very much for taking me as a table topic for today. And now let me return the plate, the empty plate, to TTMRD with a lot of love.
Thank you, DTM Princess Eliza, for that wonderful table topic session. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, we just concluded 2 sessions, the prepared speech and the table topic session. Are you ready to receive? Are you ready to learn and get the feedbacks from our evaluators? They say that this is the meat of the meeting, the evaluation session.
You have to ask for the time, I think. You have to ask for the time.
Yes, I will do that, DTM Fatah. But before we call on that leader who will lead us to the evaluation session, I would like to call the timer to give us the timer's report, please.
Hello, everyone. For the timer for the table topics, the first speaker was Elios. He spoke for 2 minutes and 12 seconds, so he's qualified. We have Acube, 1 minute and 50 seconds, so he's qualified. Ibrahim, 2 minutes and 23 seconds, so he's qualified. Abu Bakr, 1 minute and 2 seconds. And Abdul Fattah, 2 minutes and 8 seconds. Everyone is qualified. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Allah. Now we are excited to hear it from our general evaluator. He's none other than DTM Muhammad Faisal Murad. DTM Faisal, take it away.
Thank you very much, DTM RD. Am I audible?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Thank you very much. So the first wealth is your health, and we have just finished a healthy plate from our table topic master. So I would like to continue the feedback session where we will get the feedback from our evaluators, because we are already over time. So I will not take too much time, and I will start with our first evaluator of our prepared speech session for Toastmaster Abu Bakr Siddiq. The evaluator is Toastmaster Ibrahim Karjikar. Please put your virtual hands together and welcome our first evaluator, Toastmaster Ibrahim Karjikar.
How much time do I have? 4 minutes?
As per the agenda, 2 to 3 minutes.
4 minutes, right?
No, 2 to 3 minutes.
It's actually 2 to 3 minutes. We just put there 4 minutes because it includes the introduction, sir.
Okay, so let me just adjust my timer accordingly. Beg your pardon. All right. Handling a relationship. What a fantastic topic that was. Let me ask you all, did you guys all enjoy this? Did you, some of you felt like you could have experienced this session before you got married or before you got involved, engaged, had children? I felt that somewhat. And I think over time, what I have learned is we all, majority of us, I would say 99% of the population, essentially get into the driving seat without getting the driving license. And we learn driving by watching each other around. Oh, this is the gear we need to change. Oh, is this the indicator? Why is that light blinking? Oh, when he turns left, then I need to put that indicator. Oh, I didn't know that. That's exactly how most of us get into relationship. We grow focused on academics, some training, but we never are trained how to handle relationship. What a fantastic session that was. Toastmaster Abu Bakr, a big round of applause for a fantastic session. I loved it thoroughly. Love. People talk about love, and I got to hear so many beautiful things where our minds are surrendered to love. They essentially are then surrendered to the higher power, right? And then that's where the miracle begins to follow. The three panelists we had today, they performed very nicely. And the way our moderator handled when we had little hiccups, I'm truly impressed. The way he demonstrated professionalism. He didn't got defensive. He immediately moved on to the next speaker. He passed on the topic to DTM Fateh. DTM Fateh, Toastmaster Umair, and Toastmaster Sangeeta. I'm truly impressed the way you shared your thoughts. I learned a lot from this session, and we should have more sessions such as these based on relationship. Toastmaster Abu Bakr, you have essentially awesome skills of looking into the audience, sticking to the agenda, and I can tell you had prepared well for this subject. I loved your smile when you carried during the session. You didn't let any of the statements made by the panelists impact you negatively. The energy which you brought is appreciated, but then this was a robust session. I wish you can bring in the extra energy into this session and then be excited as well, saying, well, okay, how about this? Sangeeta, I know, well, you are an experienced family person. That energy, if you bring in as a moderator, you can take this session to the next level. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Ibrahim. Wonderful evaluation. And now we are moving to our second evaluator, who is none other than our table topic session evaluator. Please welcome Toastmaster Tapasi Chakravarti for table topic session evaluation. Toastmaster Tapasi.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator. Today, the table topic, I would like to thank the table topic master for that wonderful session. So let me come to the evaluation part. Toastmaster Ilyas, wow, you are a wonderful singer. Music is a language everyone can understand. You are a robust speaker. You could have added a self-story to connect better to the audience. Toastmaster Akib, you would date someone you love or someone who loves you. Oh, so sad that you still have not fallen into love. But you started with a humorous note which enlightened the environment. Try to move your hands a bit purposefully, because today, I don't know why, but you were using your hands too haphazardly. Toastmaster Ibrahim, would you be 10 minutes late or 20 minutes early? Treat others as you want others to treat you. You started with this affirmation which put so much of power into your speech. You very rightly said that discipline is mandatory. I suggest you shared an event where the time issue was a hindrance and you learned from that. Toastmaster Abu Bakr, would you like to have a silver tongue or a golden voice? It's nice to know about your singing talent. We would have loved to hear 2 lines here. On this, I would like to say that if you added a story, how to make the difference between what you wanted to say would have been better. DTM Fateh, would you like to rather stay quiet or still sit still for an hour? My God. Sir, a salute to your energy and positivity. You're famous for that in Toastmasters. And hats off to your style of taking life and taking everything on your terms. I simply have nothing to say for you because you are always so perfect. Thank you, and back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Tapasi. And now I would like to move to our third evaluator, the language evaluator. Please welcome our grammarian for today, Toastmaster Ricky Chudian.
Thank you so much, Mr. General Evaluator. Good evening once again, fellow Toastmasters and my dear friends. As the grammarian tonight, I would like to divide my report into at least 3 parts. The first one will be the use of the word of the day. And so far, I would like to congratulate those members tonight who have used the word of the day, which is robust. Everyone, please unmute yourselves, your microphone, and repeat after me, robust.
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 Yes.
Robust.
Robust, not robots.
Robust.
Yeah, robust means strong and healthy or vigorous. And among the members who use the word of the day are Distinguished Toastmaster Faisal, Distinguished Toastmaster RD, Toastmaster Sangeeta, Theos, Ibrahim, and Toastmaster Tapasi. Congratulations to all of you for using the word of the day. And for those who haven't used it yet, please try to include that word in your vocabulary and insert or use them in your day-to-day conversations. Now, the second part of my report will be the way I monitor the use of good words and phrases, or maybe idiomatic expressions and figures of speech. And so far, I have noted a number of good words tonight, such as anxiety, stationary, stationary as opposed to stationary, which is like an office supply. Stationary means not moving. Then polyglot. For those who don't know, polyglot means a person who knows several languages. Then we also have wavelength and paradigm. Paradigm means a typical example or pattern or model. Some of the idioms or good phrases that I have noted are as follows. Silver tongue. Well, in the case of our table topics, silver tongue means someone who is eloquent at speaking. And then we have the golden voice. Then we also have hats off. It means salute. And then meat of the meeting and parallel universe. Some of the good phrases and sentences that I have noted are as follows. Get into the driving seat without getting the driver's license. Then our minds are surrendered to love, surrendered to the higher power. There's also someone who said most fluent language, which is the body language. Well, I believe it should have been the language I am most fluent in, which is the body language. Then discipline is practicing commitment. Treat others the way you want to be treated. This is also known as the golden rule. Then laughter is the best medicine, which is a metaphor. Then the moment you are born, you are already in a relationship. Communication is the most important part of a relationship. Relationship is not by choice. Then we also have family is the most important relationship. Well, I think I have gotten a number of words of wisdom from our panel discussion. And then also one of the words of wisdom that I have noted is never talk when you are angry. Then we have celebrating the moment or enjoying the moment and adding salt to the wound. Or in other words, you can also say adding salt to the injury. It means worsening the situation. Now, other than these wonderful words and phrases, I have also noted a number of maybe not correct usage of the English grammar and a single wrong pronunciation, which has been repeated at least twice or thrice tonight, which is singer. The person who sings is a singer, not a singer. It's only a single G. Then for those with incorrect grammatical use, we have a 3-minute speeches. We could have said a 3-minute speech or a speech which is 3 minutes. Then everyone here are. The word pronoun everyone is singular. Therefore, the verb should be singular. Everyone is. Speak between the line in the context of the phrase should have been speak within the line or within the time. When we are denoting range, it should be within that range. And then someone said most easiest. Most and easiest is redundant in the sense of using the superlative degree. So if a word is a singular syllable or 2 syllables, and then we could use the ER or EST into the comparative or superlative degree. Whereas if it is more than 2 syllables, sometimes we use the more or most in the comparative and superlative degrees respectively. So when we say most easiest, it could have been just easiest. Then all the language, the word all or the determiner pronoun is always plural. Hence, it should be all the languages. And then without understand each other should have been without understanding each other. Bachelor guy is another redundancy. It should be a bachelor because a bachelor is already a guy. And finally, most fluent language, as I've mentioned earlier, it should be the language you're most fluent in. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the grammarian's report. Now back to you, Mr. General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Ricky, for the robust language evaluation or the wonderful grammarian report. Now I would like to ask our timer, Toastmaster Allah, for the timer report for evaluation session.
Hello everyone. So the first evaluator was Ibrahim, evaluating Toastmaster Abu Bakr. He took 3 minutes and 26 seconds. He's qualified. Second evaluator, Tabasi, evaluating table topics, spoke for 2 minutes and 17 seconds, qualified. And the grammarian Ricky, 5 minutes and 28 seconds. Thank you.
Thank you very much, our timer. And now you can vote for the best evaluator among these three, and you can send your vote to our vote counter, Toastmaster Sangeeta. And now I would like to invite our R counter for today. Welcome, Toastmaster Ricky, again for R counter report.
Thank you once again, distinguished Toastmaster Faisal. It is a pleasure listening to all of you tonight while counting the ahs, ums, and all of those filler sounds and words. And I really could not catch up, especially in the panel discussion. So for those that I have noted, we have Toastmaster Omer, ahs, 2 times. And then we have Toastmaster Mashael, ums, 2 times. And for our Toastmaster Allah, 3 times, 5 times, so 1 time. And for our top 3, we have distinguished Toastmaster Abdul Fatah, 3 times, 3 times, and then 5 times, 3 times, so 2 times. And to our Toastmaster Abu Bakr, 13 times, 6 times, so 3 times, 4 times, and 2 times. And the winner for tonight in the Counters report, we have our Golden Voice awardee, Toastmaster Sangeeta, with Hava 3 times, repeated the 5 times, which twice, 3 times, and also 2 times. And 16 times, so 10 times, 16 times, 30 times, and 30 times. Now back to you, Mr. General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Ricky, for your report. And now it's time for me to give the general evaluation report. So the meeting was started late, and then in between we are also now we are 15 minutes late. But when I see the agenda, general evaluation session is from 8:30 to 9, and then again 10 minutes from 8:50 to 9. So maybe there is some mismatch in the agenda, and hopefully we will utilize the time. From my side, the meeting was wonderful. The participation, the panel discussion, and the table topic session, all sessions were wonderful. Our evaluators did a wonderful job. The only thing that I noticed that before the prepared in the prepared speech session, before every speech, this is the way, like each project should be done through the pathways, and normally the Toastmaster of the day invite the evaluator for the speech to give the objectives, and then during the evaluation session he should give feedback based on the objective. So maybe today DTMRD already mentioned in chat that he missed that. So hopefully this can be, this is an area of improvement that can be done. The second thing that I noticed that I missed the Zoom master. So there is a sound when anyone coming to the joining the meeting or leaving the meeting. So we can avoid that sound. That sound was disturbing. And during the panel discussion, we also noticed that more than one mics were open, and there was some disturbance. If the Zoom master was available and taking care of this, we can avoid this kind of disturbance. Other than that, this was a wonderful meeting, and I would like to give a big round of applause for our Toastmaster of the day, DTMRD. Thank you very much. And now back to you, DTMRD.
Thank you, DTM Faisal, for that detailed report on your evaluation generally. Fellow Toastmasters, I would like to ask you this question. Who are you getting up for? I know some of you would say for your wife, your husband, your kids, your mom, or your dad, or whoever who is very important to you. But let me tell you this. In school, we learned that mistakes are bad and we are punished for them, for making them. Yet if you look at the way how humans are designed to learn, we learn by making mistakes. We learn to walk by falling down. If we never fell down, we would never learn and we would never walk. In this time and age, we prioritize materialism. We are aghast to acquire more material things than taking care of our health. And there was one wish. He said that if I could have one more day in my life, to extend it more. He said that his wealth is nothing without seeing his loved ones and staying with loved ones more, spending time with them. It's never too late to straighten our mistakes, fellow Toastmasters, because as humans, we are bound to make mistakes. And those mistakes of taking our health for granted, we should straighten that up now before it's too late. I'm honored to be your Toastmaster of today. And just a reminder that your health is your first wealth. I now return the control to the presiding officer, DTM Fatah. Thank you and good evening.
Thank you so much, DTM RD. That was an awesome session, a great session, full of energy. And because I have to respect the time, and because I'm sure it's quite late for some people here, so I will ask straight away the vote counter to give us the results before we actually close the meeting. Go ahead.
Yes. Thank you,
Senator.
everybody, for sending your votes timely. I'll start with the best panelist. It's me. Thank you. It's Toastmaster Sangeeta, myself. Table topic speaker, best table topic speaker goes to Toastmaster Ibrahim. Best evaluator goes to Tapsi. Best auxiliary role player goes to Toastmaster Ricky for his grammarian's role. And the best of 3 goes to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Adi, distinguished Toastmaster Adi. Woohoo! That's about it from here.
Thank you. Thank you so much, and congratulations to all. And I'm sorry for Omir, who had unfortunate glitches with his internet, and we didn't really enjoy. Obviously, I'm sure he had a lot to say, but anyway, it's hard luck. These things happen to all of us. Now, normally what we do in the meeting, we go to our guests and ask them for their opinion, but I don't know if time really allows us to do that. I'll just take your opinion. So shall we do that, or shall we say, maybe some other time, because really it's getting late,
please.
right? It's getting late, exactly. So thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a great meeting. And I don't mind that this meeting will finish early because it's my Zoom. I like to close it, go down to my wife, so it's away from her 2 hours. I don't want any trouble, Toastmaster every time, So thank you so much. It's been a great meeting. Thank you guys for attending. Thank everybody for his participation. It was a great meeting. Look forward to see you after 2 weeks. And good night. Bye-bye, everybody.
Let's have a
Take
group
care.
photo
Bye-bye.
before we go, please.
One. Let's take a quick picture. 1, 2. Okay, I did take a picture. Good night, everybody. I'm going to close the
Bye.
meeting.
Good night. Thank you, everyone.
I'm going to close it on the count of 3.
Bye.
All right. So I took one. I took one because some have already left. Let's take another one. Come on. Here we are. I took another one. Okay, so I'm going to close on the count of 3. First, I'll stop the recording. Okay.